Good morning, everyone, and good morning, Joe.
Good morning, everybody.
Today is Tuesday, the 16th of November, and we are minus Frank today. I was going to say we've tied him up or he's laying flat on his back somewhere, but that sounds subjectional.
So we're going to clean it up.
So it's just us girls today. So I don't have his watch list to go through, so we might have to catch up on that tomorrow. So what we're going to do is just go through my usual scan very quickly, which is the usual one, and we've got 9. So I'm just going to go through these fairly quick. That is just a gap up, so that's a bit of a nothing. Move on. AST keeps coming up, but it's takeover, so we're moving on. Gold Road, that's been a big push up. I like this sideways. If it can keep moving sideways, we might get another entry on that one, but I'd wait to watch and see what happens with that. IPL, tried to have a good crack yesterday. It's come right back down. It has come back down to the breakout level. So that'd be interesting if it can hold that level, but it's got a bit of work to do, I would feel, before your next entry signal. This came up yesterday, so today that's retraced a bit, which is not a bad thing. You want to see a bit of retracement. Hopefully, if that can get smaller, it might form a little bit of a triangle, so we'll wait to see what happens there. Again, we're waiting on another entry signal. NTO, that OBV, there's a real tick going on there. There's a real buying going on. You could argue that's a bit of a breakout at $3.85. It's pretty messy though. But it might a bit more research into that one if you're looking at that. Pilbara, again, keeps coming up, still looking really great, but it needs to crack 250, which is, it's trying very hard. So maybe a close above 250 might be a possible entry. Okay, so the next one, SWM, again, that's had a really big run, so it'd be nice to see it hitting its head along 70 cents for a while, then have a breakthrough. The longer it moves sideways, the stronger the next move will be. Right, so, yeah, nice OBV. What the next, and I have done this scan before, but well, let's just do, what I want to do is see, this one usually has a lot more results come up. So I want to just go through, because a lot of people get caught up on what to do when there's so many, and there really isn't anything to do but work through them really fast. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that. So I'm changing the price. We're looking at 0.1. We're in the gutter going to 0.15, and we want to see, we're changing the value to 50,000. And we want to see 500. Have I got the right number of zeros? Yeah, okay. So let's have a go at this. Okay, so you get 69. Now that is a lot more than we had. We had 9 before in the last scan. So this is now 69 to get through. So don't get daunted on, oh my goodness, I've got to now analyse 69 stocks. You just don't. You just want to be able to race through really quickly and get that 69 down to at least 10. Or even 5. Okay, so we're looking for really good setups. Straight up on that one, you could argue that looks good, but there's quite a lot out there, 2.66 billion, so we're quickly flicking on. No. Put that on your watch list, perhaps on a break of 5 cents. I wouldn't go too much more time on that. Same with that. That looks all right on the break of 1. Hopefully that's going to be a bit tricky to get through, but you want to look at the depth. No, that's not traded since December. But yeah, that's an option. Done too much. Yeah, keep an eye on it, maybe 3 cents. No. Done too much. Amazing if you're on it. No. EDE, again, you're looking at 2.31 billion. It looks good though. I mean, sometimes that has no issue. You could work out what your strategy is on that. Again, you've had several big up days. Nope. Again, amazing if you're on it. No. And I'm saying no because they're either in a downtrend, they've done too much. FNT is an interesting one. I would put a bit more work into this stock. I think I'd add this into my watch list. So far we've had one that I think is worth looking at. That is a nice little pattern that looks solid, starting to move up. I quite like the look of that. I'd put a bit more work into that. I quite like the look of this one too. There's not many out there. It's had a gap up. It's held it. Now it's making its next move. You could have a fairly tight stop in here. I like the look of that one. I'd put that in my watch list.
If you were going to add that into your watch list, what notes would you make? Because obviously that line's not going to stay there. Would you make any notes, or would you just literally just put it in?
I'd put it in. You can always draw a line, so you can then it stays there. And I'd be looking at it right now because it is breaking, so I'd want to see what the depth is.
Okay.
And then where your stop would be, I'd put it probably just under 4.9. So then you've got to work out your risk-reward ratio. It's a bit hard to see a target. It might have an issue getting through 6 cents. Looks 5.9. So there's not a lot in it, but it might be a quick trade. But yeah, draw your line there. I'd be looking at it now just because it is above that line.
Okay. Yep.
But look at the depth. Done too much. Oh, and I like the look of this too. This 10 cents is a big issue. It's having a good crack at it today. Again, I'd be looking at the depth on this one.
Yep.
There is over $1 billion, but we're not talking the 2. This all looks really healthy. Let's draw a line across here. 10 cent is a definite level. I like the look of that. It looks like it could get to 12.5, so there's 2.5 cents in it. You can have a pretty tight stop in there as well.
Yep.
So I like the look of that one. So that's 2 good stocks so far.
Yeah.
ICI is interesting as well. It's had a break. It's come back to the break today. So I'd probably give that a couple more days just to see what it's going to do, because right now, again, we talk about putting all the odds in your favour. We really don't know which way that's going to go just yet. Yeah. So if we can get some kind of an idea of what it's going to do, perhaps if it has a good crack at 12 cents again, that might be an entry point. Yeah. But it had a good break. It's come back. Now it's just a bit of patience to see what its next move is going to be.
I like the look of that too.
Yeah, IDZ, no, done too much. No, that hasn't traded since November. Gappy. Whoa, that's done a lot. Done it too much. No, done too much. Yeah, not convinced. It's a bit too many wicks around there for my liking. Bit of indecision. LRS, you could argue, but it seems to just, this is a nice, look, in all fairness, you could draw a box around here like that. A good break. What I'd want to see is the break of the 5 cents is a real move in volume and OBV to be convinced that that's going to take its next move.
Yep.
But I'd put in your watch list. Not yet, bit of work to do. Interesting. I like that. Is an okay pattern. It's done a lot today, so that makes me a little bit nervous, but I'm a bit more conservative. I just think that's a big move. You'd expect that to come back a bit to the resistance of 8 cents. So maybe, I think we've seen a couple of other better stocks than this, but you could put it in your watch list to watch. No. Done too much. That was your perfect entry back here. Beautiful.
Yeah.
But you're not on it, so let it go, as we were saying with Elsa. No. Not really. Seen better. No. Power we've talked about. It's starting to get a little bit iffy if you're in here. Where is your stop? Are you gonna? I think you'd probably want it. This is starting to be. What's your exit strategy on this if you are in it? If you're not, you're still waiting for that break of 1.5. This is looking really good, except this is off-putting.
Yep.
There's something happened on that day, whether it was just a sell-off of someone's stocks. You'd have to look back at announcements on what happened on 10th of November. But other than that, I do like the look of this 5 cents. But I'd need to know what happened on the 10th of November. Bit of investigation work. Otherwise, that looks like a really nice saucer type. Well, it's not a typical saucer, but it's a nice bottoming action. RNE. Loading. Oh, done too much. That hasn't traded since March. No. And that's not traded since Jan. And that's not traded since December. So there you go. I think out of that 69, what did we get? 4 or 5 maybe?
Yeah.
Possible ones?
Yeah.
So it's a quick flick through, throw them in your watch list, and then go back and have a good look at those and work out which ones fit your strategy, trading strategy, and maybe break that down to just one. So good luck, and we'll chat to you tomorrow.
Yeah, recording from the workshop tomorrow.
Yes, we are too. How exciting.
Yeah.